Yeah. Welcome to the Black Club. I'm your host and founder of the show, B Note. Tonight I got a special guest with me. I got my boy with me, Trent Johnson. He
Yes,
uh
sir.
he actually been on the club before. He was what, like the second episode, I believe.
Yep. I believe it was.
Yeah, but that was more like of an interview style and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to refresh them, tell them a little bit about you. What you got
Yeah.
going?
Again, I'm a father of two. Got two daughters. I'm here in Dallas, Texas. Just originally from Missouri. Just wanted to do something different. Wanted to expand my horizons and venture off into new things, different scenery. Like I said, I've just been enjoying my time here in Dallas. I've been here roughly about 5 years. It's been a journey, but it's been a good journey.
That's
So
what's up. That's what's up.
yeah,
So when we I still remember when we did that episode. It took us like 3, 4 times, remember, just to get it recorded. Shit, that
yeah.
came a long way since then. Like, man, it's crazy.
Man,
But I'm gonna go ahead and get us. I know we started a little later. Matter of fact, y'all go ahead and they'll start tuning in a minute. It take a
it's
little
all
while.
good. Yeah, I'm
Y'all
all
go and
right.
hit that like, hit that subscribe. Um, let's go. The first segment I do is called News You Can Use. And so what that is like I'm mostly talking about like the trending topics and stuff like that. I send it to you.
Okay.
But we're gonna start this one off talking about Trump and what he got going on. And by you about to send us to World War III. Let me
Man,
I find this article because Iran done bombed us, right? It look like they bombed us.
it looked like they did shoot off some six missiles, but from what I've been reading and what I've been seeing, they haven't. I have not seen where it actually impacted or did any damage or anything like that. So I don't know. We still. Somebody told me that we was able to shoot them out the air because we got advanced technology and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So they said we was able to knock some of them out the air. I've heard one hit, but they just haven't described or went into details of what damage it caused or whatnot.
Yeah. I see where it said Iran launched at least 14 missiles toward Al
Ooh,
Udeid or you died, whatever.
yeah. I ain't. That's
Uh,
new to me. I ain't even know about that one.
yeah. On Monday in retaliation for US strikes against its nuclear program.
Yeah.
What is that? Quador?
Yeah.
Kador?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Foreign ministry condemned the strike in a statement saying the missiles were destroyed and there were no casualties. But
See that? Yeah.
that's what you were saying where they
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, they caught it.
Hey man, USA got some stuff, man. They say we like the number one military. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
We
saying?
rank number 1 in the
Yeah.
world. Russia number 2
Everything.
and China number 3. I think that's it's something like that. Like either
Yeah.
China number 2 and Russia number 3. But yeah, they
Something
gonna
like that. Yeah.
above us.
So we got some stuff, man. That soon as they fire off some missiles, like a satellite let us know. We
Yeah.
sending stuff up there to take it out.
And my daughter was asking me about that because she been watching it on TikTok and shit. And they
Yeah.
do all that fear mongering and all that on there. So she
Yeah.
was asking me like, if they fire some missiles, are they gonna hit us? And I'm like, trust me, the missiles
Right.
won't get close.
Yeah.
They won't have a shot. They ain't gonna get close.
Man.
So we done been, our generation done been through like 2, 3 wars. Like shit, we know ain't that gonna happen.
Right. I just recently read just probably about I don't know. It was maybe like an hour or so ago that right now they at a ceasefire right now, or they agreed to do a ceasefire right now.
Right.
And he was saying that basically like this is they probably gonna come to a peaceful agreement to go ahead and end
They
uh the war. He was calling it a 12-day war.
A 12-day war?
I guess because they've been warring for like 12 days as of today.
Damn, that's a long time to be warned.
Man, bro.
Ooh.
Did you see something like of the clips, like of the bombing? Like of
Nuh-uh.
destruction.
I meant to watch some. I ain't had time to like sit down and watch it yet, but I will. I
Yeah,
hadn't
man,
seen it.
it's crazy. Like,
Is it bad?
man, it's bad, but it's scary. You know what I'm saying? Because although it's happening over there, like, what man? What if it did happen over here? You know what I'm
What
saying?
if they got like people that's been over here like 10 years?
Oh,
They
I'm pretty
just,
sure they do.
you know what I'm saying? They just
I'm
waiting to
pretty
strike.
sure. I'm pretty sure, like, it's spies everywhere. So we probably got spies over there.
Yeah,
I guarantee they
yeah,
got spies over here for
yeah.
sure.
It said an alarm was heard twice in 15 minutes, just seconds after an all clear was issued following two missiles intercepted in southern and northern Israel.
Mm.
They was trying their best. They
Oh yeah.
and you know who is more dangerous for? The soldiers that are stationed in those
Right. Right.
countries.
Right. Yeah.
That's who and they ain't gonna really strike over here, but they gonna try to get them.
Yeah. And that's what somebody else was telling me that actually it was one of my friends. He is I don't want to say I mean he is a veteran, but he was in the military for a short little while, but he was just kind of just going over like how, things operate, and he said that exact thing. He said they probably most likely gonna strike one of the camps that we have over there, like one of the, you know,
Yeah.
US little territories we got, in other parts of the world. So
Yeah, that's the scary part about it. But maybe they say, "Are you Mexican?"
that's crazy.
He said, "Nah, he ain't Mexican."
Nah.
Yeah. So do you think how far you think it's gonna go? You think it's gonna make it to World War III?
Honestly, bro, nah. I think that they're gonna end it. I think they're gonna end it. Yeah, I hope that they end it, but I truly believe like they're gonna end it. Like I don't think it's gonna get to that level. I don't think so. What you think?
I it's hard to say. I saw this video with this dude. I think it was yesterday, and he was talking about this is going to be the war that they use to collapse the economy of America and
I
collapse the
think I
dollar.
did see that.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I ain't think about that. Like,
Is that the one where he like they said he said this like 10 years ago or something like that?
yeah,
Yeah,
he predicted it, and he
yeah,
was like, and so it's like, man, when you see stuff like that and it make you think of it in a different way, it's like, it depends. Now, I also heard where Candace Owens said Trump took $100 million from she said the dude name, but it was from Israel. And that's what's that made him change and become more uh war minded. You know what I'm saying? Like,
mm,
and so he by him taking that money, that's why I'm thinking like now it might be a little different because
yeah.
you when you that's a lot of money. When you take that type of money, you pretty much owned at that point.
'Cause I'm still trying to figure out why even United States even got involved because
This is my theory.
yeah,
You know who is in Israel, right?
ooh,
The the J people. Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah,
So who pretty much owns everything in America and runs everything in America?
yeah, yeah,
So who you think America gonna back?
them,
Mm, yeah,
yeah,
shit, yeah, they go back there. That's where the money coming from. So
yeah,
shit. That's what I think that's why I think they jumped in it. You know what I'm saying? Cause they like shit, we got to protect them.
yeah,
Europeans are with European. No, the Epstein file made him more war minded.
yeah. So I
Elon
mean,
said that wasn't true though. He came out and said that he was lying about that. The Epstein
who
file.
Epstein?
Yeah, and that Trump wasn't really in him or on him, whatever you call it.
Mm,
So I don't know. Now he might have said that because he might have got a phone call from somebody. You
you're
never know.
right.
But uh I don't think so though. I don't think it's gonna be a
You don't think
world
I'll
war.
go there? I don't think so either, man.
I don't think so. They
Yeah,
got too much
it's
to lose. Like
yeah. especially
Attack
Iran.
Iran right after, right? He did though.
He did that.
He did,
He
but
did.
he told us he was gonna do it, but he made it seem like it was gonna be weeks later. But when you pay attention to what he said, he was like, "But I ain't gonna tell them exactly when I'm gonna do it because I don't want them to know." Something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but and I'm like, "Oh," and then the next day he bombed.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of like he run his mouth too much. If you're gonna do it, just do it.
Just
You know what I'm
do it.
saying?
Don't say you gonna do
Because
it.
I don't know if this true or not as well, but they were saying that the Iran president was able to move all of their nuclear stuff out the way before we
Mm,
even you know
that's
what I'm saying?
oh,
Because I
that's
guess they were saying like he knew like
they
they
was gonna
was
try to hit that.
yeah that we was capable of doing it.
That make
So
everything different now. Cause if they didn't even get the shit they was attacking for, then
it
the
was for
Israel
nothing.
prime minister, Israel prime leader isn't even from Israel DNA.
But they
Oh,
said that they said it was like what 700 casualties or something like that, or 1,000 people that got injured or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Let me
So
see.
I mean, it's still like I don't know. And then they using these words like the Iran government was telling Trump, hey man, if you touch us,
But man,
we got something for
and the
you.
thing is, I read too. They say they've been planning this for like 20 years.
Yeah,
So
but
they probably ready for every kind of attack America gonna come with.
you got. I mean, if you understand, I mean, I'm not big in the military. I'm not, so I don't want to make it. But just logically, or just being realistic, like before you start something like this, you got to be years down the road prepared. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
You
That's
got
true.
to,
You
because
got to.
this is United States, man. We ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You can't just jump on us and think that
Yeah,
it's gonna be easy. You gotta be years ahead.
man. Like years, like
Uh
so. I don't know.
man.
Like I said, they said that he was able to move the stuff out the way and stuff. I don't know. Right? We kind of like just on the back end of things. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we don't really be. We only know what they tell us.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part. Cause they
Yeah,
gonna lie like a mug all the time.
man.
That's all they gonna do. They ain't gonna never tell us what's really going on.
Nah,
Um, did you see about Fat Joe getting sued?
man. I seen a little bit about that. About it was somebody in his camp was saying that he had paid like a
His
video
hype
for
man.
15. His hype man.
Yeah, it was his hype man.
So man,
He-
you know what? Stuff like that. This brought me back to that interview. You know what I'm about to say? The interview with Shannon Sharp and Cat.
Mhm.
He said all of this stuff was gonna come out, man.
He said it was gonna be the year of truth.
Yeah,
And from that point on, that's all it's been.
man.
Everything been getting
So
exposed.
I mean, basically, what he would. I mean, honestly, bro, I believe. It.
You think Fat Joe did it?
I think he did it, bro. Because why would he just now
Ooh.
come out and say something like that? You know what I'm saying?
But you got to think though, a lot of that's been going on today too.
It has, but you know what I'm saying? But like the whole Diddy situation, right?
Mm.
That's a whole different topic. But
Man,
some of the stuff that people were saying about him is actually true.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's just like I believe it.
It say, I guess the guy's name is Terrence Dixon. Say once a
Yeah.
hype man to rapper Fat Joe has sued his former employer for 20 million, making some allegations that might blend right in at Diddy Combs RICO and sex trafficking trial. Oh, they finna try to. Boy, they going after all of them, ain't they? They
Oh, they
tried with
said
Jay Z,
Joe.
but it didn't work, huh?
They said he in sex trafficking.
Yeah, they say. Oh yeah, they say the girls was like 14, 15. I think I read that too. Let me see. It might be on this article.
See,
Say
that's
he was in
embarrassing, man.
approximately 4,000 sex acts with women in front of him and his crew. That's what the hype man saying.
Man, for
Saying
him to say something,
they was 15 and 16. The allegations go back to when the rapper was in his late 30s. Fat Joe's song "She's My Mama" was based on some of the stuff that he was actually doing.
they gotta have substantial evidence though for this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a big allegation, bro.
But they get away with it today so easily. It's crazy.
Yeah,
All they gotta do is say it, and then shit, you'll have 20 women coming out from 2003.
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like
But this a man though.
that's yeah. That's why it's so different.
Man.
It's like
Look
this
at
your
different
hype
now.
man.
It
This,
basically, I don't know. It could be some extortion involved. Like, bro, if you don't give me woo I'm gonna go and
I'm
tell
gonna
him.
go ahead and tell everything I know. Go and write me a book.
Man, you better go on do that. And Joe, like,
But
man, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
it's crazy.
and
It's
Joe
crazy.
really ain't said nothing. Have he made a
He denied
remark?
it. He denied it. He said it. That's what he
Okay.
said. It was an extortion case.
Oh, okay.
I just passed over there somewhere. Exercise souls control.
I mean, I say that I believe him, but I be hoping that it's not true. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really. I
Yeah,
wasn't a big fan of Joe. I mean, but lean back. I mean, that was a hit song, so everybody kind of.
yeah.
But I ain't no big fan of him like that.
That was pretty much all we, kind of knew him for down in the
Yeah,
South. He was more. I mean, he was more known, of course, in New York.
yeah.
But a lot of his stuff didn't resonate down here. So
Nah,
he
we was on a different type of frequency.
yeah, he but and plus, a lot of this, we was more used to pun
Yeah,
than Fat Joe
yeah,
growing up. So that's
yeah.
that's how it kind of was with Joe until he kind of did lean back, and then we was kind of like, oh. Then he started being on more Southern beats because he was on Lil
Right.
Jon. He started with Ti, being with different
Yeah,
people, and then he started beefing with 50, and
yeah.
that was pretty much it.
Because I remember Terror Squad, Remy Ma. That's when I first,
Yeah.
was kind of
They
okay.
was hot for a little minute. They had
Yeah,
a little run.
they had a little buzz now.
Well, and then Remy ended up going to jail, and it kind of fell apart.
Man, what is she going to jail for?
Murder, right? Or attempted
I
murder.
I don't know.
Let me find that.
And then I just look at how she looked back then compared to how she look now. Like she did a 360.
Yeah.
Not saying nothing in a
She
bad way though.
Yeah, she shot Makita Barnes Joseph in 2007. Was found guilty of assault, weapons possession, and attempted coercion, and was sentenced to 8 years.
Hmm.
So she's out there banging.
Hey, boy, she really was from the hood, was she?
Yeah, she was out there for real. um, I don't know if you saw this list, but I had seen this list. It was like trending. I think it was on Twitter or Facebook, one of them. So they had the top 10, and I gotta find uh the other list. Hold on. But they had the top 10 R&B singers
Mm-hmm.
of all time. They had R. Kelly at number 9
What?
and Michael Jackson at number 3. Bro, when I saw that, I was like, what? But let me tell you who is 1 through 8. You got Stevie Wonder at number 1.
Okay.
I might I wouldn't say number 1, but I wouldn't argue with that one. You got
Yeah.
Franklin at number 2. I don't know about
I
number
don't
2.
know about number two.
Yeah, I mean, I like Aretha, but I don't know about number 2. Then you
This
got
for R&B, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Then you got Mike at 3. Then you got Beyonce at 4. And uh, I don't think she's that high.
Nah,
No,
man.
'cause it's too many. Then you
That's
got
too many.
yeah, you got Whitney at 5. I don't argue with Whitney.
Whitney
Uh,
definitely in the top 10 for sure.
yeah, you got James Brown at 6.
James Brown was
Absolutely.
more of an entertainer, man. He
Yeah,
wasn't,
yeah.
you know what I'm
He,
saying?
you couldn't really put him in a category though, because
And
he
he not
was
really R&B. I would probably consider him more like a
pop or rock
rock
and
and
roll.
roll.
Yeah, like eh. Then you got Prince at 7. Prince wasn't even really R&B. He
He
was
was rock
more
and roll.
rock and roll.
Michael Jackson was pop. I mean, they got. I think he in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think,
Yeah,
and then he was more of the a pop artist.
yeah.
He
He was
had a
the
couple
king of pop.
R&B
I mean,
joints.
that was his name, the king of pop.
King of pop.
Yeah. I mean, but I can see him in the top 10 though. Then you got
Yeah,
Mariah Carey at number 8.
Mariah Carey does got a voice. I ain't gonna take that away from her.
Mariah had a run that was kind of hard to match.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
at her height, Mariah had.
Oh no, she was number one at her. You know what I'm saying?
I
Her
mean,
time.
like every song she dropped.
Yeah, it
I
was a
can't
good.
I can't argue with Mariah.
Yeah.
I can't argue with her. Then number 10 is Al Green.
I mean, I like Al Green.
I like that one. I can even see top 10. I can see that. I don't know. He ain't really got enough though, do we? Cause I mean, you ain't got Chris Brown, you ain't got Usher. You think they in the top 10
Top 10. We talking about of all time.
all time?
Man, because we talking about Marvin Gaye.
Oh,
We talking about Ron Isley.
Luther, Ron Isley.
You
They
got
got R. Kelly way too low. They got R. Kelly at number 9. He
man,
got
R.
to be
Kelly to me,
in top 3, in my opinion.
top three, bro. Off
I
the
can't,
bat. Off the bat, top three.
I didn't
Uh
understand that.
you got Luther, you got who else? I mean, you can Barry White.
Barry, but
Uh
yeah,
what's
Barry
what's
had
the
a
what's
nice
the
career.
big guy?
I mean, you got Keith Sweat. I don't know if he top 10 though, but Bobby Brown. It's a
Yeah,
lot. It's a
it's a
lot.
lot of them, man.
It's a
I
lot.
think that list is who made the list?
I don't know. It was It was let me see if I can.
They
Oh
must have put their favorite artists on there because we talking about the R&B.
yeah,
Nah, man.
R&B. Then that's female and male mixed together. Johnny Gill, that was a good one. Yeah.
Johnny Gill.
Uh,
That's a definitely good one right there.
man, forgot about that one. Oh, Johnny. I don't see how they left him out. I don't see my top 10. Ooh, that would be. I mean, I would still put Mike in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he got to be top 3 for me. Mike, R. Kelly. I mean, a lot of people have a problem with R. Kelly, but we learned how to
Man, R.
separate R.
Kelly
Kelly
that
from
give
Robert. Robert, we don't fuck with that. Whatever all that shit he did or whatever, that's on him. But we
yeah,
R. Kelly, that nigga that had some babies for us. So
yeah.
uh, then
R.
number
Kelly probably be number one for me.
yeah,
Like I mean, because bro,
we kind of came up more on R. Kelly than Mike
we did,
because Mike
but
started in the 80s,
I
70s.
still, I mean, yeah, but I still listen to a lot of other music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, R. Kelly, bro, he really had, bro, he had a special talent, man. Like that dude,
And then I found out that he wrote a lot of Mike music.
yeah, he wrote a lot of people music, honestly.
R. Kelly, man, that dude, that was like next level with it. The
I
type of
think what
talent that
song
he,
that he wrote for Mike? You can kind of tell too because of
yeah,
how
The
R.
flow
Kelly
was,
does his cadence and stuff like that. You can tell when somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, R. Kelly wrote that one.
yeah, and
Uh,
it sounds just like something he'd do.
but yeah, R. Kelly number one for me. He definitely number one, bro. I don't know how they got him at number. We said number 9 or number 10.
Number 9.
Nah, he number one. But he definitely top three. But for
I don't
me,
even that I don't even see how he was outside the top 10. That was
he he number one for me.
somebody had to base that off of reputation.
I mean, it's so many though. But I'm trying to think of ones that's like really had like hits.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
yeah.
Uh, was
Would you
was
would you
Babyface one of them?
consider Lauryn Hill R&B?
I don't. Me personally, bro. I don't know. I kind of always looked at her as more of a female rapper.
Okay, I
You
can
know what
see.
I'm saying? Now she definitely could do both.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. I just kind of just looked
She
at
and
her as
Missy
more of a
probably
rapper.
pretty much in the same category, even though they did kind of like different music. I would still kind of put her and Missy because they both sing and rap.
Yeah, yeah.
Nikki would be in that category.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because she could do both as well.
Yeah, but
Uh,
like female R&B, ooh, I mean, you got Aretha, you got Whitney, you got Gladys. They ain't even say nothing about Gladys Knight.
yeah, Gladys. I
Uh,
think for me, Whitney will probably be number one for me.
for female, yeah, me too. Then I would go Mariah.
Yeah,
I would go Mariah, number
because
2.
again, you know, not taking the credit away from others, but it's just they just had something that was special, man. They had something that really, really touched your soul. You know what I'm saying? Like they brought out emotions.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know what I'm saying? Like you hear them, like you damn near wanna, shed
You
a tear a little bit. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Or go ready to go love on your girl.
Yeah, I like Tina, but all her songs again, like I think resonated with more of a rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? Tina Turner.
Yeah. I was trying to think of because all you gotta do is think of what's love got to do with it, and you can think of all her
Yeah,
songs. Yeah, most of hers were like rock and roll.
yeah.
That was a good one though.
Nah,
Tina,
definitely. I was
um,
actually gonna say her name too, but I didn't say it because I'm like,
what about Sade?
yeah, she definitely,
How is she
yeah,
not on the list? What would you have? You think she top 10?
she definitely top 10.
Got
I'm
I
trying to think of
mean
somebody else. It was just one lady, but a lot of those singers,
Aaliyah.
yeah,
Somebody just said that too. They were like,
man, Aaliyah was one of my favorite. She was one of my favorite, bro.
yeah.
Beyonce, I think you would
And the
probably have
way
to put Beyonce up in there.
yeah,
If we're
yeah,
gonna put it, if we're gonna put Aaliyah up there, we gotta put Beyonce in there.
I would put Beyonce top 10.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I would probably have a top 5.
yeah. The
Well,
longevity of her career, and then
yeah,
she definitely top five.
cause she been on top as far as the R&B. They consider her the queen of R&B. Like that's been for a
Yeah,
long time now.
yeah. Because you look at her, she can sing, she can dance, she can entertain. You
Uh-huh.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
she kind of all around. Tony Braxton, yeah.
You oh, that was a good one. I ain't think about old Tony.
Man, I ain't think about Tony.
Who's J Mo? I don't know who J Mo is. I thought they said J Lo there at first. I was gonna say, man, you tripping. Damn sure not J Lo, America first. Okay.
They be on here trolling like TikTok.
Yeah, they
I ain't know they did it on YouTube too.
yeah, they be tripping. Uh let me see. I had saw this video. I want to get
Yeah,
your opinion about this.
yeah,
But this
yeah, yeah,
black
for sure.
lady, she was an older lady. She was like 80. two, I think she said.
Mm-hmm.
She was telling the story of where we're not from. Well, we are, we are from Africa, but we didn't actually come from Africa. We was already here, and she was telling the story of the tribes and all of that. What do you think about that? Do you
I
think
kind of
that?
believe that. I don't think that a lot of us did come on the slave ship. I think that it was black people already here.
Man,
Uh,
that was a good one, Janet Jackson.
oh yeah, for sure.
Forgot about Janet.
Man, how did I forget about Janet?
And we sitting here talking about Michael and forgot about Janet. I don't know
Cause
how
she
that.
had one of those songs. What that song called? I ain't gonna lie, I didn't use that one before.
Yeah.
Man, what's the name of it? You probably know it.
Oh, cause it's that one that they always play.
Uh-huh. They be sampling it a lot.
Uh, the one Kendrick sample, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
What's
yeah.
the
I know what you're
name
talking
of
about.
it? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, that. I mean,
I forgot the name of it, but
uh, somebody y'all know in the chat.
yeah,
Be
yeah, I
missed.
know.
What was Janet? What's that song that Kendrick sample? What's the name of that? Like and sub, guys. Appreciate that. Yeah, hit that like, hit that sub
I'm
for
trying
us.
to think the name of that damn song.
Uh, is I know she said I don't want to stop just because
Yeah.
people walking by or watching. Is it I want you now? No. Anytime.
Yep.
Anytime.
Yeah, that's the name of it. Anywhere, any
Yeah.
place.
I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On me. But
But
no, back to the I do believe that we was already here. I mean, if you really think about it, man, it's that's for one, that's a long trip from Africa over here. Back in that time. And I don't know. I just really believe that some of us was already here. They talk about the Seminoles. They talk about, you know what I'm saying? It
yeah.
was just, dang, I really need to start keeping tabs on this stuff. But was on TikTok one day and this guy was talking about it. How they described in this book, um, they were describing like the land
Mhm.
in the new world, the Americas, as they were saying it back in the day.
Right.
How they had dark skin, and they wasn't describing the Native Americans. It was actually describing black people, how they had dark skin. But these particular people, though, they was calling them the moon people because uh, they was calling them that because of the way their eyes was shaped. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to research that and get back to you on that.
Yeah.
But they was calling them the moon people, and they didn't really come out in the daytime a lot either. Uh, you'll normally see them like in the morning, evening. But
Yeah.
they were just describing their skin color and stuff like that, and they was describing. I mean, just like how they were describing, Jesus, how he
Yeah.
had, skin was like brass and stuff like that. I mean, there's melanin people, there's dark skinned people. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so. Um, but now I truly believe that we was already here. Um,
Nas or Jay Z? Did he say Nas or Jay Z?
what's crazy is that like you said earlier in the conversation, I'm just really not a big fan of like the northern rappers like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I give them homage, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I'm gonna go Jay Z.
Yeah. I would. I mean, if you're talking about the beef, in my opinion, Nas won that.
Right, right, right. The beef, Nas, yeah, for sure.
But like yeah, like you say overall, I would go Jay Z
Because the
too.
blueprint, man, that happened right there. I ain't gonna lie. And I wouldn't even, like I said, I'm not even a fan of like,
I
You
mean,
know, New
Hard
York.
Knock, like that's when I really started paying attention to Jay-Z was Hard
Right,
Knock.
right. The Blueprint. Yeah, that would
And
be
then
kind
it,
of
yeah, like those two right there, like it
yeah.
was like, oh, who is this dude?
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying? Like, wait a minute.
Okay. And
Like,
then
you talking about something?
he put UGK. Of course, if a Southern rapper got on the beat, that
Yeah,
made you listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Us being
yeah.
from the South, so it was just like, okay, all right.
Yeah, that wasn't he just wasn't as big down here as he was on the East Coast. So
Yeah,
that's why like when a lot of the rappers and stuff would, he would try to say something and a lot of the southern rappers take offense to it because they like say, bro, we didn't rock you like that, Dad.
we did. I mean,
We
it
didn't.
is no, and it's no disrespect or no,
Mm-mm.
you know, offense, towards him or anything like that. But that truly was, it was music was different in the South. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Uh, it was more so kind of like like how they describe the blues. The blues was discovered in the South, so it's more of a soul type of thing. When they get on the beat and even the sounds.
right.
It was just I don't know. It just resonated more. Like I said, nothing against up north rappers. It's just they was more lyrical, and you know what I'm saying. I mean, it was some southern rappers that was lyrical, but they was actually talking about real stuff that we can relate to.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like the ghetto and the hoods and the trap houses and stuff like that. Like we can really, because that stuff was happening, y'all all around us. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
And I think it was more too of the way they delivered it. The East.
he said it was just self inside.
We
I mean,
just,
it might
we like
be,
it a certain way. The beats got to be a certain way. You know what I'm
bruh. It
saying?
did.
It was different, and then especially once like Lil Jon and Ti and all them came, it was different. Everything changed. You had to come with it at that point.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. The beats definitely was what they call them
And,
808s.
and
It
I'm gonna tell
definitely
you, I'm
had.
gonna tell you what a lot of it is too. We like to ride and bump our
Yeah,
beats. You can't really do that with East Coast beats because they don't really have bounce beats. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Their beats are not like that. So
nah,
that's why a lot of it don't get played down here.
yeah,
You can ride to it, but it's gonna put you in a different type of mindset than what
yeah,
you're looking for versus the
yeah.
southern type of song.
You showed right. You said that. You hit that right on the head. It's like you said, we like to ride around, man, and chill, and you know what I'm saying, just kind
Yeah,
of vibe. We ain't really, you know what I'm saying, like they ready to start a whole rap battle. You know what I'm saying, like we wasn't on that type of time, man.
yeah, it was different. It was different. But as far as the where we here, you know what's so crazy about that? Where are the slave ships? I know that they say that they was from London, Lords of London, whoever that was, or
Yeah,
whatever. But don't you think they would have at least made one of them a tour site?
yeah.
That's what I always was like. What the
Dang,
way
that's deep.
way
Cause
they
you
like to
right,
make money.
right, you're right.
Never made one a tour site, or like. And then again, this what I asked too. Why in the hell Africa ain't never tried to come back and get us if we from there?
I think a lot of black people, African Americans, have wondered that and have asked that same question. So I had actually talked to, I'm sorry, Drew Holiday got traded to the Trailblazers. That's
What?
crazy. Yeah, they just ran across my.
Oh,
But
so that
so
means
they were
Boston
saying
fell.
that they was dealing with a lot of stuff themselves at that time. Far as like France and stuff was colonizing them.
Right.
And they was kind of going through a lot. And then not only that, a lot of them stated that they didn't know. That they
You-
didn't know that was going on.
Bro,
But
I
that goes
talked
back
to
to your question was like, dang, if that really happened, then where are the ships? Where is this? Where is that?
I talked to this lady from South Africa, and she say what they get taught in school, they don't know nothing about the slave trade
That's what
until
I'm
they,
saying.
start learning about America and stuff like that. But they don't get taught about that. So I'm thinking like, well, hell, how the hell the people that sold us don't even know about it unless they cut that off and just stop teaching it.
It's it's something. I think it's something deeper than what we know.
I agree.
Because for them to say that they didn't know or they didn't have no type of idea that this was going on, like that goes to the point. Maybe we was already here. You know what I'm saying?
I think
And
we
then I
was.
I I, I read this too. So the first slaves was actually the Irish.
Yeah.
It
Well,
wasn't even the black people.
1607 is when they came.
Mm,
They tell us about 1619, but actually it was 1607 when the first slaves actually hit, and they was Irish. A lot of people don't
mm.
even know that.
And they don't talk about that much.
Mm.
Like you actually gotta listen and dig up some stuff to even find that.
Irish, Scotland, Ireland, and somebody else had slaves. They were slaves over here. It was three countries that was
Mm,
white people.
mm,
We we were slave owners.
mm.
It was over 3,000 black slave owners.
See, I ain't even know that.
Bro, this is it's so much they didn't tell us. Now, a lot of them did like buy their people to keep them from being bought, from the white
Mm-hmm.
slave owners and stuff like that. But you had some like the mulattoes. Oh, they
Mm-hmm.
thought they was better than us. They didn't even want to go to church with dark skinned people. They thought they was so much better. Yeah, this shit is so crazy, bro. Like the shit that they don't tell us. A lot of a lot of slaves was owned by us. Who owned them?
Mm.
Bro, you gotta just go look it up.
Do
Black
your
white people were
research.
slaves too. They were slaves too.
No, Irish was definitely slave. Now you definitely
Yeah.
can look that up for sure. That's some facts. If you
Mhm.
didn't know that, that's true facts. But yeah, man. I
I
mean, it's
just don't
deep.
believe that right here. I saw this video this old man was talking about where we got hit by 7 different countries from all different sides.
I can believe that, bro. And then you got to think about it too. Like Africa, you know how the United States is. I mean, we everybody has a different state and that kind of their own government, and they own bylaws and stuff like that. But they're still under one, as they say, one nation.
Right.
Africa is not like that. Like they have their individual thing, and that's the reason why, again, like as they say, the old saying, divided we fall, together we kind of, we strong.
Right.
It's just like they not even well put together for real. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's a big continent.
Yeah.
I also saw this on TikTok as well. Like I'm gonna send it to you next time I want to call. They said, man, the map of the world is not even accurate. They said Africa is huge,
Yeah.
like
They
huge.
made it small on purpose.
Yeah, they said that joint huge, bro.
Africa is
So
way bigger than what we think. And they ain't running around in no huts and teepees and shit like they show on TV. Can you both cover the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit? What?
that's crazy work.
That's a first.
But yeah,
But yeah, I
it's
think we was here. And I
oh
think
yeah.
they conquered us. I think we are a conquered people. We lost the war. And I think that's what the war was up until 1776 when all that came, the declaration. And but I think uh what? I think that we got conquered.
To my Africa.
No, us here.
Oh,
I
okay.
think they when they was attacking us, that's why they That's why they won't really they don't like us getting together and stuff now because they know what we're capable of. It
Yeah,
took all of them countries just to be able to conquer us.
because you look at, I mean, even just it was big back then, but even just as they talk about Black Wall Street, they could, damn, we can't have that.
Man,
But like you said, I think they're afraid of what's to come if these type of things, because that's just imagine, bro, if that would have never been touched, if there would have, it would have definitely ignited more
yeah,
in other areas. You know what I'm saying? And it, man, it ain't no telling how where we will be at. You know what I'm saying? In this
exactly.
day and time.
Exactly. If they hadn't burned down the bank, robbed it and burned it down. We remember that all black bank that we had started.
Yeah,
They be wilding in the chat. But if they hadn't touched that, like Lake Lanier, what they did to that all black town, it was
man.
prosperous
You know,
and
I heard
successful.
about that. That's a whole town underneath there.
Yeah.
They
They
flooded. They purposely
flooded it.
flooded. Yeah, I'm like, bro.
They
I
been
was
they
telling my mom, it's so many things that has happened throughout history, bro, and it just gets swept under the rug. Like it don't get talked about. And like you said, until you do your research, we don't even know about it.
yep.
You know, a lot of people, like the people in the chat, they don't even know about it. Like he said something about we own white people. You bugging. You don't even know your own,
Mm-mm.
history, man.
Reparations are coming for the descendants of Tulsa.
I mean, I hope so.
I do too. I seen where I don't know if it was Chicago or somewhere in Cali, but somebody they was talking about giving their residents reparations. I think it
I
was
think it was
Chicago.
Cali. I think.
Cali.
I think so.
It was one, yeah. They talking about giving them reparations. I was like,
Yeah.
shit. But it's got to be a catch to it. You think they ever give us reparations?
Nah.
I don't think we need it.
You don't think so?
All we gonna do is make what what's his name? Eddie not Eddie Griffin. Cedric the Entertainer, I mean. What he say? All we gonna do is make Cadillac and Gucci rich,
Ah,
even
yeah.
richer.
We doing it now.
Imagine if we get reparations.
Yeah.
We finna blow this economy up, man. Everything gonna be booming.
It's so sad, man. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it, it's just so sad, bro.
It is. Because
And
we
we
don't
like
spend our money
and and
wisely.
and, and people like to flex and say this and say that. Man, I think they had put it up on Instagram. We have the lowest income base. I'm talking about the lowest of all other races in the United States.
In the world.
That's embarrassing, bro.
Yep. Yep.
That's
And
embarrassing.
it's sad because when you try to talk about it or tell people about it, it's like a lot of them don't even care.
They don't.
They don't
They
even care.
still go out and, like you said, buy Louis. They going out and buy Gucci, this and that, woo wop. And it's just like normally a lot of rich people, you don't even see them buying those type of things, man.
No, you
Now
don't
you
see
see
them with
some like
jewelry and
other
shit.
races that kind of,
Yeah.
but
But when do you ever see Elon or Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos with a
Bill
bunch of
Gates
chains on and
never,
they ain't
nah,
rocking that shit. They ain't even rocking Gucci, none of that
nah.
shit. They might have a suit or something that's, but
You
they
look
not
at Bill Gates, he probably got on some Dockers.
some shit from Walmart.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's it.
ain't got billions of dollars.
Billions.
But that's where that's our problem. We want to look good and not look, we want to look the part but not actually fit
Right,
it.
right.
They don't look the part, but they fit it.
Man,
That's smart money. Yeah, that's true.
that's smart money, yeah.
That's
It's
true.
just
That's
like I
that's
said, it's embarrassing, man. And honestly, and it's kind of not that, it's kind of different because we're not rich, so we do look at the smaller things in life, I guess. Because I'm pretty sure you and I both be like, man, if I had that much money, I wouldn't dare, you know what I'm saying, do this and do that.
Yeah.
Until you get that money,
Until you get
yeah.
there. For
But I
real.
mean, don't get me wrong. Like I would definitely, like me and my lady friend was just talking, and I asked her because I saw somebody had the guy. I don't know if you remember the story where it was a 14-year-old boy that died in that roller coaster accident. I forgot where.
Oh, and they got that settlement.
Yeah, $310 million.
Oh, I saw that.
So I asked her, I said, man, what would you do with that money? Like, what would you do with it? And she was just like, uh, man, I'm first of all, I'm paying off all my debt. He said, oh, okay, okay. Then she said she'll pay off her family debt. Uh, no, she said the first 150 mil, she'll pay off debt and stuff like that. And
Damn,
part
how
of
much she
she'll
owe?
invest.
how much how much debt she got? 50
That's what
million?
I was saying.
Like a million to
I
clear her
said,
whole
well,
family out. Like,
right. I said, man, $1 million would probably take care of just 1 meal. Probably not even
yeah.
that.
But I get what she's saying though, because
Right,
then
right,
you
right,
still
right.
got a lot left to play with, even after you done took care of you and your family.
Man, because $310 is a lot of money, bro.
Bro, like he say 50 million.
That's a lot of money,
Who
bro.
that? Lamont Phillips said he stopped buying Jordan and designer years ago and saved so much money. Yeah, man, because
Yeah.
it ain't nothing but a name. That's
And
all
you
you
know what,
do.
man? I bought, I'm like, I be washing clothes and stuff. I'm like, this stuff wrinkle up. It does everything any other,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, clothes does. And it's just like, man, nah. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I still wear Jordans and stuff. Like now I'm particular about which Jordan I wear. It ain't, I'm just not buying it just because it's Jordan. I'm buying
Right,
it because it looks good on my feet. It looks good with, what I wear.
right,
I shop like that. I always tell people I wear the clothes. The clothes don't wear me. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Or the shoes don't wear me. I wear the shoes.
Real shit.
So I still buy, different things, just according to what fit I got on, just like a hat. I mean, that's
Right.
my thing. I wear hats. So it's just according on what I got going on.
That's what's up. That yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
That's how I am. Like I don't really care about the clothes being name brand and
Yeah.
things like that. But my shoes, I pretty much just get them, like you say,
Right,
according
right,
to
right, right.
the
Yeah.
color of them or something
Yeah.
like that. But that's as long as my shit matching the way I want it to match, I don't really care what name is on it, cause they ain't gonna be caring about that anyway.
Yeah. He do. I mean, he got a point. I mean,
That's
that's,
right.
that's
That's
true. I
true.
would, yeah. That's
That's
true.
true.
Because people be like, well, man, if I had 100,000, yeah, but if you get 100,000, you're gonna shop like you got $100,000. You're not gonna shop like you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, making $50
You
a
ain't
year,
going to the
50,000 a
sales
year.
rack when you got
Nah.
$100,000. You ain't gonna you
You
gonna
ain't even
start
gonna think
acting
you
like the
like, man,
tag don't matter.
right. So now I get it. I definitely, I mean, that's true. That's a
That's
true
true.
statement.
That's true.
I can agree with that.
All right, bro. I got another segment. This our
Yeah.
next segment. This right here is where I like to do. I go back with like our songs, R&B songs, rap
Okay.
songs, and I pick two artists. And if they and I go song for song with them, they five songs that I feel like is the best songs. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
I do song for song, and we kind of vote and see which one out of each one would be better. And then at the end, we see who wins. So far, I've done. Oh man, let me see. I done did so many. R. Kelly and Keith Sweat. R. Kelly won that one. Last week I just did who was it? Keisha Cole and uh Alicia Keys. And it surprised me, man, because Keisha Cole had she had some things. I mean, Alicia won, you know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
chat
yeah,
chose
yeah,
Alicia,
yeah.
but it was a good one. I just say this that we are divided as black people, men and women is over. Yeah, and that's one thing that's a major problem in our community.
Man, major, major problem.
I
Uh,
was going, I was going, I had a question about that, but then I was going to kind of skip over it. But since he brought it up,
but you
um,
know what the main I hate to do this because I don't want to. But I think the main reason why we really are so divided is because God is not in it no more, man.
No
You know
more
what I
love.
mean? It's not in it no more, bro. And
Just- Nothing really shows us how to love each other no more. That everything is either hating each other or you know what I'm saying, some form of jealousy is all every show, every movie. It ain't nothing to worry. When we grew up, we had Family Matters, we
yeah,
had Fresh Prince, we had
yeah,
movies like Soul Food and stuff like that
yeah.
that kind of showed us, how to love each other. No matter what you go through something during the middle of the movie, by the end of the movie, y'all good again.
And this is what pisses me off. Like, you seen that movie, Straw?
Yeah,
Man, there's nothing, and this will be me contradicting myself, but it's nothing against Tyler Perry, man. But his movies just, I just can't lock into it, man, because he's always painting just a sad, bad narrative of, you know what I'm saying?
either black women or black men. He
I mean,
never.
I like the Why Do We Get Married movies. I like that, because it's funny, you know what I'm saying?
But
And
even
then
in that, the message he displayed in that, the hell you had the marriage, the couple breaking up, the one dude making fun of Jill Scott, the whole movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he never really show us in any good lights. He used to in the plays,
yeah,
but his movies don't really display that no more. Not like they used to.
yeah,
But
I just
yeah,
like you said, I just wish they would get back to that.
shows don't matter. Dad thinks since they financially there. This ain't the '90s though. That look, and that's something that I talk with a lot of people about because dads are in the house more now. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't use that excuse no more. A lot of it, if they're not in the house, they are in the kids' lives more than they used to be. Our generation changed that. I feel like a man get bored with a woman, but who is it? Miss Go Get It? What you say? It's so many options out there, but
So I
let's.
mean,
Okay. She started something now. She
I
started
mean, like,
something.
so I kind of agree to that. I think that social media has definitely changed the game. No,
That go
no
both
doubt about it. I
ways.
think,
I think they go because women feel the same way. They feel like, they
yeah,
can get anybody they want because social media shows them they can all they gotta do is
yeah, for
post a
sure,
picture.
for sure.
But
It
I
definitely goes
agree.
both ways. Yeah,
Men,
it. That's why I was saying, like, social media has definitely had a huge effect. No matter what nobody try to say, it has, man.
it has.
Uh,
It
because
has.
when you look at it, people were still cheating and stuff like that, back in the day, but we just didn't have so much access. I was even told that we shouldn't even have that much access. We shouldn't
Because
even
there's
be
no more
knowing what's
privacy.
going on way over there. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like, it's just, I don't even think it's supposed to be designed that way. Honestly,
Mm, I can see that.
you
And
get what I'm
it
saying?
was supposed like you think you saying like everybody just supposed to stick to what they do in their own little area, and it would be a better
I
place.
mean, yeah, because how
I
else
agree.
are you supposed to help the community? How else are you supposed to focus on, set tasks if you got so many different options? Like, even, you know what I'm saying? Even the
Yes,
job
sir.
market today, like, people, like these young generation, man, they get one job, they don't like it, they quit, they go to the next one. Like, they
Mhm.
don't even know about just stability and job, building job security and stuff like that. Only time, I mean, most of the time, I'm going to something different if it's going to a different level, and I'm not leaving that where I'm at until I,
No,
what I'm
for sure.
saying,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, and that's just being taught. They're from the old school folks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, right.
it's just, it is different. It is a problem. I think that we probably, as a community, as a whole, I think we need to get back to God. God is love. You know what I'm saying? God will show you the way. Just imagine if two people are seeking God. You know what I'm saying? And following his set rules of love and compassion and kindness.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you know what I'm saying, lose?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How can you fail? Like,
Cause I mean, he give you the blueprint.
he giving it to you, and it's just one thing. So if we're both coming together and following this, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to be a lot of confusement. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that I believe. I agree. I think that's what the problem has been when they took it out of the schools. Remember, we used to say under God, indivisible. They took
With
that out.
liberty and just for all, yeah.
Yeah, and they don't really. What's your opinion about the black church? Because I mean, they gotta
Man,
have some kind of responsibility in the downfall of the black community too. Because they took the
man,
money.
listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. They call it. I think some people refer to it as church hurt. I've heard some people call it different things,
Mm,
but I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, I haven't been to church in years, bro, and the reason why, there's two reasons why, and I'm just talking about personal experiences, right?
mhm.
So they took the money, and yeah, one church I went to, I'm talking about the pastor was laid out. He even had a couple goals in his mouth, slugs.
Boy,
Uh, I'm talking about Cadillac, beautiful Cadillac.
Mike, what's
Him
up?
and his wife had a Cadillac. So
Nah,
it's just like, man. And then what get me is like they passed that plate around about 4 or 5 times. I'm thinking like, bro,
bro.
I ain't
It's
got no
like, man,
money.
didn't
I ain't
I
got no more
just
money,
I just gave y'all something 2 hours ago.
man.
I'm ready to go home and eat.
And then look at you funny when you know what I'm saying. Then what get me, bro? When they talking about some what's that saying? Something about they don't want they'll take the change the shape, but they really want the money that folds or something. Some
Yeah.
say they be saying,
Yeah.
bruh. I'm looking like, what? You know what I'm
Like,
saying? So I'm like,
how you gonna be choosy about what I give you?
but this one took the cake for me, bro. I was actually cool with this pastor, bro. Like me and him was actually cool. Like just outside of church.
Hmm.
Um, one day, we all worked at this factory. We worked at this factory. I ain't gonna say no name. We worked at this factory, and this young lady, uh, she was cool. She was a bunch of us guys, but she was just cool. She just didn't like to hang around a lot of women because it was messy and stuff. But anyway, she was just like, man, y'all ain't gonna believe who in my DM. So we like, who? We just bull jiving.
Yeah.
So we looked in the DM, it's the pastor.
Oh.
I'm like,
Oh.
now whole time he got a wife, got kids, got a family. I mean, in the pulpit. I'm talking about legit pastor, bro.
Pimping in the
I'm
pool.
like, I said, dang, so y'all got something going on about the man? She was like, no, like I don't. She said, look, like I'm gonna open it up. So at first she just showing me like he hit her up. So she was showing me the thread.
Yeah.
Man, dude was talking about when can I see you? You know what I'm saying? You looking real good today. You know, this, that, and the
Pastors.
third. And I'm just, it was just, man, it was a total shock to me, bro, because I really, I was really like, man, it's a pastor, you know what I'm saying? And then for me to hang, we would hang out, like, and he was always like, you know, he was almost kind of like that. I wouldn't necessarily say father figure, but he was just somebody that I can go to talk about, life, problems and stuff like that. And so for him, just to see that, it just messed my mind up. Like I was saying, like the church hurt thing, and that was the second. And it's just like, bro, you know what? Let me just stay away from that. Just develop a personal relationship with God, because I was dealing with things already. You know what I'm saying? So ever since then, bro, I just just that I ain't been to church. I just feel like honestly, I just felt like I feel closer to God just being, just
Yeah.
in my home, in my, you know what I'm saying? And I
In your
just been,
own understanding.
yeah, and I mean, I've been doing it for years. I mean, it's been working for me.
Right.
Uh, I'm not a fan of mega churches either, because I'm in Dallas. So all these big churches, I'm not really a fan of that, bro.
I already know. Man, when you walk into church, you see an aquarium and an ATM. You like, man, come on now.
I'm gonna turn back around, bro. I'm like, you know what? This ain't for me. Like,
Like, yeah, you know what? I already see what this is.
because church is supposed to be I look at church as supposed to be like a refuge, you know what I'm saying? Because even you not to get too religious, but if you go to some of the settings where he was amongst the sinners a lot of times. You
Just the
know what I'm
regular
saying?
people.
So it's
Mhm.
just like I'm used to church where they was out, you know, gospel to the people, you know what I'm saying? And that type of manner and
Yeah.
helping them, like, having like little food drives and stuff like that, breakfast. Uh, stuff like that. I grew up on stuff like that, man. And just to
Right.
see like all this other stuff, Cadillacs and the Rolls, you know what I'm saying? Range
Yeah.
Rovers and
Yeah.
all that. I'm like, man, this ain't it, bro. This ain't it.
It yeah. It's a fashion show. It's different than the church that we grew up going to.
Yeah.
Put it like that until we show unity.
We did,
That's true.
yeah.
I agree. We go. I mean, that's the only way we gonna get anything to change for us is we gonna have to unite first.
We got to, man.
Because as long as we divided, why would they have to listen to us about any type of demand?
But the
They
thing about the black people, we so much of trying to outdo the next person. We always trying to outshine them and look, you can't
agree.
do this, I can do this, and even they even talk about people moving out the hood, which I don't, I don't have nothing wrong with that, but they were just saying like, what about your communities? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
But that's a whole different topic. You know what I'm saying? uh, it's just, man, we definitely got to help each other because other races do it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
they gonna make sure they help each other out.
My sister, we got this. I'm from Missouri or whatever, and so we suppose we got one of the best Chinese spots. You know what I'm saying? In the
Hmm.
United States. But when you go to these restaurants, bro, they got a buffet. You don't see no other. You don't even see other races really working up in there. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
they
true.
really stick to
That's true.
their people, man,
They do
and they keep that money flowing,
in this circle.
in that circle, bro.
Our money don't stay in that shit more than 6 hours.
Nope, they don't, bro.
That's
And I try, I try to support my people, man. I promise you, I try so hard to support my people. But some black people just think you should just support them just because they black. Just and the quality ain't, you know what I'm saying, up to par. I mean, I'm gonna support you, but still, man, I'm still have some quality to your stuff, man.
right, right,
You know what I'm saying?
right. Or at
I
least
can't.
be open to constructive criticism.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
say if you're a restaurant and you might not season your stuff like black folks. When black folks telling you that, at least make the adjustment. Don't get mad or nothing like that.
yeah,
But we like you say, we gotta help each other. We gotta come together because
yeah.
it,
And
it's
learn
getting
how to take constructive criticism too, as
it's
well.
getting it's getting worse and worse.
Man.
But oh yeah, we was on another segment anyway. I had forgot all it's called I call it pass the aux. You know what I'm saying? This is and
Okay,
that's what
okay.
I was talking about where we go song for song between two artists. So the artists I chose today was Tank and Tyrese. And I think
Mm.
they got some good ones that'll match up. I don't know, you might not be familiar with some of these songs. If not, I'll try to play them and like a snippet of, on YouTube. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
really
yeah,
play
yeah,
too
yeah,
much.
yeah.
So we got first one with Tank. You got Emergency. You know that one?
I'm gonna have to.
It
I'm gonna
I
have to hear a
don't.
little snippet
It's
of
an emergency. I can't hit that though like he be hitting. Let me
it.
do it. Let me pull it up. Cause I ain't trying to get on here and chat. Be like, nah, bro, don't do that. Okay, you can hear it.
I didn't even know he sung that song.
For real?
I swear I did.
Yeah, that's Tank.
I
That's
like that
Tank.
one.
It jammed too though, right?
Yeah.
Then you got Tyrese. What am I gonna do? I might have to play that one for you.
You might have to.
Chat might not know. Cause see, a lot of theirs was quite a while back. They ain't really had nothing come out, so a lot of people ain't gonna really know about them too much. This one,
Ah, that one right there. I
you
know
going
exactly
that
what
one
you're
over
talking
the emergency? Now that I'm falling, what am I gonna
about. Oh
do?
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
I agree with that one. Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. I'm gonna go Tyrese. Okay, so we got Tank. Maybe I deserve. I know you remember that
I
one.
know this. Yeah, I
He
know
say
this.
he say emergency. What?
Now that's crazy word.
That's okay. So we got maybe I deserve, and then you got Tyrese lately. Lately, have I told you I love you? And then you got maybe I deserve for you to go out and find some other guy.
That's a
Ooh.
tough one. That's a real tough one, bro. Damn.
They say lately. Okay.
They said lately.
Yeah. OTBHS. What the hell that? I don't know what that means.
That's a tough
What's your
one.
name mean? Lately. Ooh, he said lately. Oh, let me see. Ooh.
That's a tough one, G.
Hey man, I don't oh.
I probably would have to go with deserve. You deserve, bro.
Tank. You a tank on that one?
I think I'm gonna go with Tank with that one. No, he said I deserve, right?
Yeah, maybe I deserve. Oh shit. That's
It's that beat for me
yeah.
too.
And then like I'm trying to think of Tyrese's too.
Lately is a hit though.
Lately Jam. I'm gonna go with lately.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with lately on that
yeah.
one.
I'm not even mad at that. I'm not
Yeah,
mad at that at all.
that's a hard one now.
It is.
Okay, we got Tank. When we remember that one.
I remember that one.
Let me see. Let me play a little bit of it.
That's a song that you can definitely.
That
Yeah, that's one of
who
the ones.
gonna be it? I
Them
mean,
one. Them one of the. Them one of the
that
ones right
that
there.
ooh that was jam. When it comes to us, she's still talking about that. Oh, they talking about something else.
Uh,
So we got when we, and then we got Tyrese signs of love making.
dang.
These are the signs of are you the zodiac freak?
Size. You know what? Yeah, the Zodiac. Cause
Hey, that part is like
that's an
fuck that. What
iconic
the
song, man.
bro? Do you remember when it came out?
Yeah,
The females that was singing they fucking zodiac sign. Like zodiac signs was already kind of good because of the
yeah,
astronomy
yeah,
and all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But they took off after that
Man,
song. Like everybody was talking about zodiac signs.
And I'm
Took
still
time.
really not into that stuff for real, for real.
No,
I mean, are you big into it?
not really. Once I seen it started getting some shit wrong, I was like, nah, this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, yes, baby, but this one, I don't know about
I was
that,
like, nah,
man.
nah, nah. That's tough. You say signs
Yeah.
of love making?
What you think?
I'm like, yeah, I got to agree.
Because
I'm
that
agree with you on that one.
I was gonna tell you from the beginning, I was like, man, Tyrese probably just a bigger artist than
The tank.
I think so.
Okay. We got Tank, Sex Music. You remember that one?
I gotta play it. I gotta hear a
Okay,
snippet of that one.
I got you. Hold on. If you're sexy, you know it. If you're sexy, you show it. Let me see you get your hands in the air. If you're sexy, you know it. If you're sexy, you show it. Just wave it like you just don't care. We don't need no clothes for this. Say, he on this one though. Let me get to the hook before it, because I can't,
Yeah.
I can't play too much in a row.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Oh, okay.
You remember
That's
that
what's
one?
up. I don't think I heard that before, but I think I have.
It's all right. I mean, like when you put it on, it's gonna do its job.
Yeah.
You can believe that.
Yeah, for
But
sure,
you
for
got
sure.
that one, and you got Sweet Lady from
Come
Tyree.
on now. You already know what that one is.
Coca Cola,
I got that one in my phone right now.
Sweet
That's on one of my
Lady.
that's on my playlist.
Boy, man, that's the one he was on the bus and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That one was
Man,
that
that's
was
on my playlist, bro.
yeah. That was different. That was when that was him
Yeah.
coming out and he was,
Yeah.
introducing himself to everybody, the world, and all. That was a good
Man,
one.
that's the one.
I'm gonna go with that one too, though. Sweet Lady.
I'll wait on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Tank One Man. You remember that one?
Dang, man.
Girl, I'm only one man.
Okay, yeah, 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 yeah,
Ooh,
yeah,
look.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
you got Tyrese. How you gonna act like
Come on, bro. You know. That's what I'm saying. Like, man, that's Tyrese, bro.
Tyrese and you know what's so crazy? A lot of people sleep on Tyrese. Like Tyrese
He'll
got some
I ain't
hits.
gonna say he'll be in top 10, but he definitely will be probably
20, top 20.
top 20.
Uh, top 20 Tyrese. That's tough.
It is tough.
I would. I.
You got genuine, because
Oh
if you
shit!
gonna put
You got Joe. You got
man, I forgot about Joe.
you.
You got what's that other cat? Donnell Jones.
Oh, Donnell Jones. Forgot about him. Avant. Uh,
Oh yeah.
Avant had a little run
He
there
did.
for a minute.
He did.
Uh, Damn, we had a lot of them back then, man. When you think about our generation and the music that we
Yeah.
had so many artists, rap
Man.
and R&B. Like it was like a buffet line for us.
But you
Every
know, I always say like we was the last generation, even though we were still new,
yeah.
but like we still had, you know what I'm saying, that love making, and you know how they be,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? We still had that going
we
on.
did, we did.
And
Yeah. It,
when they said
we got a glimpse of it, of the ending
we
of
did,
before they switched it over to the everything based on sex, but we caught the love part still.
because you look at a lot of them, they was a lot of them dudes were begging,
Man. And didn't
begging.
mind. Didn't
Man,
mind begging.
Keith Sweat tell you, man, he don't want
Jodeci,
to,
them niggas was out there in the
bro,
desert begging.
begging. Please, please. But you know,
That's what kept the woman back then, though. I guess we had to look. We had it good in the '90s and early. That's
now a
true.
lot of them dudes was messing up. That's why they was begging.
That's why they were begging. They were cheating.
It's messing up.
But that's true though. We did have it good in the '90s and early
Man,
2000s.
we
The
did,
music
man.
up until about 2010,
Yeah.
because after 2010, it was that from
R&B
Vegas.
wise or
Sending love from Vegas. Appreciate that, lady. Like me, Elite Shining. Did I say all that right? But hit that subscribe for us and hit that like button.
I actually miss music like that, man.
Me too, man. Cause the shit we got now it's sad.
Man.
It's sad. They ain't like they at least gave us a story or something that you
Yeah.
could relate to in your
Yeah.
life. Now everything I can't I ain't trying to kill nobody every day.
Man.
I can't relate to this music.
They call it drill music.
Yeah, now they got drill and B. Like you singing talking about killing. Like,
Man.
damn, ain't it enough to rap about it?
That's
They don't want
crazy
no
though.
love, period. None.
Our boy kind of started. I ain't say he started it, but I know Fetty Wap was one of the ones
Yeah,
that was
he was.
singing.
He was.
What do you
He
say?
was. Fetty Wap.
Some 2 shots or something.
Yeah.
If you could think, I forgot what he said. Some lyrics, but yeah, it's crazy, man. It's just crazy. I still listen to old music even to this day. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I know I seen on Instagram where they was talking about they don't want on the Atlanta scene. They don't want to hear Roscoe Dash. They don't want to hear Waka Flocka in the clubs and stuff like that no more.
Yeah.
And even the DJ was saying, like, man, listen, this stuff still pop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
and
mean, you can still put on, some Jeezy or some Ti or
oh
something
yeah,
back in the day, and it's still gonna jump.
some music is timeless. Like, it doesn't matter just because they made it 10, 15 years ago, 20, 30 years. If it's a hit, it's just a hit. You know what I'm saying? That just,
Right. Like pop
man,
music still, relate to this day. Some of them just had it like that.
they just had it like that, bro.
I was glad we came up in the generation that got to experience it
Man,
because we got the '70s music, the '80s music, and our generation right
which
here.
era you think had the best R&B?
Oh shit. I'm gonna say '90s.
I say the
I
same
mean,
thing.
'90s. You had R. Kelly, you had Jagged Edge, you had Boys to Men, you had
Yeah,
Silk, Jodeci, you had like man, the '90s R&B. Joe, we just mentioned him.
yeah,
Like it was so many different people. You just had all you had to do was just get the CD.
yeah. That's
You
it.
know, Mary J, Faith. I
And
forgot
that's
about Mary
another thing
J.
you don't see nowadays, not no more. It's like the boy group or the singers that was in
Mm-hmm.
a group.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
You
trying to,
don't
I
see that
don't
no more.
know.
Mm-mm.
They'll probably try to say they too sassy or they too
Yeah,
you know what I'm
they
saying?
probably probably can't even be in a group today.
You can't even sing no more, man.
Dang, nigga too sassy. He outside on
Man.
the corner.
Y'all, yeah.
Total, I forgot about Total. That was
Ah,
another.
yeah, yeah.
Total was there. Yeah, Diddy just fucked them off, but
Was it
that's another story.
Blackstreet?
Blackstreet. Yeah,
I'm trying to think of some
that was
more.
another one. They had a couple of little
112,
hits. Forgot about them.
man.
Peaches and cream. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Only reason why I thought of them because of their verses. I think they went against. Did they go against Jacket Edge?
I remember
I missed that too, man. I wish they would kind of bring that back a little bit.
that
The verses.
verses. Yeah, because it brought back that music.
Yeah, for us at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Yeah. It was jumping during COVID.
Man,
Everybody was in the house.
I
That
think
was,
they still can bring it back now, especially for the old heads, because I think it probably brought them a little change.
I think they should make it as a contest and make it to where they win something at the end.
Yeah,
That would be a good idea. And then, but you using your top 10 songs or whatever versus they
yeah,
top 10 songs, and then the audience vote kind of like they vote on American Idol,
yeah,
and you make it week to week,
yeah.
and the last one win. You be
Because
the king of R&B.
they never really announced the winner, but the crowd, I guess, just
Yeah,
judging off.
yeah, yeah. Well, bro, that was all I got.
That was it.
Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by, man. You can
No
come back
problem.
anytime. Whenever you get time, you can drop by.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, man. Just let me know, man, and I'm with it, man. I don't really got too much going on, so just let
yeah.
me know.
You want to tell them how to follow you? Tell them where to follow you on.
Yeah, so you can follow me on TikTok. You can follow me on Instagram. Um, hell, even Snapchat. So all of my ad names is going to be Who is Coop. That is WHOIZ KOOP. So Who is Coop, and you'll be able to find me on each platform with that.
Okay. Already, man, and go check out that second episode. I believe that's where we didn't really know what we were doing back then, but we were doing something.
Yeah, yeah, we did,
We
we did.
appreciate being on the show. Appreciate y'all sticking with us.
I
If you
appreciate
haven't hit
everyone
that
out there too.
subscribe button, go on and sub to us. Hit that like button, share this, turn on your notifications because I'll be back Wednesday, 9 o'clock. You, I don't know if you're gonna be back on Wednesday. You might wanna.
Yeah, yeah, I'll hit you up. We can,
Okay, just let me
yeah,
know.
yep,
Uh,
yep, yep.
but that's all we got. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
All right.